then we'll do details, articulation, and yeah, I'll give my final Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Smokey here, and welcome to Smokey's Safari Zone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mafex Storm figure, which I'm really excited to review with you all. I know I'm a little bit behind on this review. I think I did have this figure about a week or two ago. I just been finishing up finals and just taking care of that, but I will be back doing reviews, which I'm excited to do. I'm hoping to, maybe get at least 2 reviews out a week, maybe 3. It just depends, but I definitely enjoy doing this. I love the feedback, and I definitely want to continue going forth. So with that being said, we're going to go into box art. We'll go into the details of the figure, just like a first impression. Then we'll do details, articulation, and yeah, I'll give my final opinions at the end of the video. So yeah, let's get on with opening this up and let's check it out. Starting with the front, we have a beautiful illustration of Storm from the comic in the corner, along with Mafex 177. We do have the image of X-Men at the bottom, which looks really nice. On the side, we have an image of Storm. At the top, we have some words that says Storm, which is all cool. And on the back, we have some different heroic poses. So I can't wait to open this up, and yeah, let's check it out. All right, so here we go. We got Storm out of the package, and let's go on with first impressions and details. Right away, this figure does have some good weight to it. Let me just move this out the way. This figure does have some good weight to it. I think most of it does come from the hair, but it does feel good. One thing that I did notice though is I think the skin looks a little bit too dark, and I don't know, it's, if you notice on like the pictures, like she definitely looks a lot lighter in comparison to the paint that they gave her, and even like right there, and like you can see she just looks a lot lighter, and it's not a big deal. With this type of lighting, it looks probably the best you're gonna get with it. But if you're in a more ambient type of environment, she will look really, really dark, the skin of this figure. So yeah, but it doesn't mess it up. It still does look great. You can see that they did a really good job on painting the lightning on her earrings, and the makeup on her lipstick looks really good, and her eyebrows. And the shoulder gauntlets do look really good. They did paint the X as well, and the gold. It does look like there is 2 different types of paint right here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be this way, like as if she had like longer boots on, or if that's just part of the manufacturing. But it definitely, in certain lighting, looks different right here a little bit. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be that way. I do like the hair, does look good. There might be a little bit of shading inside of here, but overall the hair does look really nice. And I like that they went with cloth material. You have to be careful because it probably could get dirty really easily, but overall it looks nice. Like I like this figure already. And I think they're coming out with the black variant, or I don't know if they did already, but I definitely would like that one too. There is a little bit of scratches right here. Oh, wow. I think that just from straight out the box. So yeah, definitely be careful. But yeah, everything looks good as far as details. She's doing it. This is a Mafex banger. Like, Mafex knows what they're doing, and yeah, this is just another one that they're just impressing me with. For accessories, Storm does come with 2 different alternate head sculpts, which I think I like them, but honestly, I wish they would have did a little bit more. Like, if you can see, the faces do look quite similar. It's just the mouth is open on here. And I don't know if you're noticing it in the camera, but yes, both of their hairs do look like they're slightly painted different. Like this color looks just a little bit different than this one, but I don't know. I just wish they would have given her maybe like a different alternate head sculpt that looked, you know, more, just a lot different than this one, or maybe even just change the hair where they had her with like a different hairstyle. But that is her first head sculpt, and we have her second one where she is making a more angrier face, and I do like that. I just kind of wish that one of them did come with a different style of hair. That would have been nice. She does have 5 different alternate hands, which are really good. Every hand is done nicely. Oops. But yeah, every hand looks good. Open hands. All right, just can't get it out. Give me that fist. Okay, here we go. Wait, no, don't give me that fist. Okay, here we go. There is the fisted hands. Those are nice. And she has 2 more. Let's get them both out. Oh, okay, so she has her regular open hands, and this one is most likely for the lightning effects where you can peg them into her hand like that, which is really cool. I love it. I love when they do that. But you see, she does have those hands for that. She also comes with, speaking of lightning, she does come with these beautiful lightning hands. And I love that they already have like a set of hands that are ready to go with the translucent lightning effects in there. That's really cool. But wow, yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm excited for both of those. And then you do have her smaller lightning effects, like she's just getting it started. Like, don't mess with me. This is the beginning, and this is what I can do if you really start to mess with me. But yeah, that's really cool. She also comes with a display stand too. I don't know where it's at right now, but there is a display stand. And there's a display stand. I'm just gonna leave it in there for now, but Mafex, I appreciate that. Always giving us the stands. Now going into articulation, and you can see I already put Storm in just a little hero pose, and she's very easy to pose, which is really cool. But starting with her head, she can turn left and right about that much with her head. It does get hindered a little bit from her hair. Her head itself moves up and down about that much, which isn't too much. But with the neck articulation, you can get her to look all the way down, and you can get her to look up about that much, which is hindered a little bit because of the hair again. But she also has a little bit of articulation in her shoulder gauntlets, which allows you to let her get the T pose, which it pretty much goes up to almost a Y pose. So you can really get her arms up there really far. And she does have a butterfly joint in the shoulder, so you can get her arms out relatively far. Look at that. This arm is almost crossing over completely. That's really good. So you definitely have a really good butterfly joint. She does have a upper bicep swivel, which is nice. Double jointed elbows, which is always a plus. Wrists do go back about that far, and they do go forward, but be careful because these have came out a few times, and they're easy to peg back in, but they have came out a few times. For her upper torso, she can swivel about this much left and right, and her belt does move a little bit too right there. For her lower torso, she can move all the way around. She can bend forward about this much, and she can bend back about that far. And it's just one thing, I don't really get this, but like, maybe not this figure itself, but I noticed some figures, when it comes to bending back, they'll bend all the way back, but then when it comes to bending forward, they barely can. And this figure, it can bend forward It does get a little hindered by the belt right here, but overall it can bend forward relatively good. It shows a little bit of gappage, but I'm just talking about other figures. I know you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's just always weird to me. And I just feel like if the creators, you know, the people making these figures, if they just reverse that mechanic around, we could get some really good ab crunch instead of, you know, it bending back so far, which I don't think we need as much as we, you know, desire the ab crunch. But in the case of this figure, it's fine, but it's just some other ones that do that sometimes. Also, her legs do have a leg drop, which allows you to get her leg all the way forward, and it can come up really high. So you could do a full leg kick if you wanted to. For the leg drop, this doesn't bend right here on the thigh. The upper thigh doesn't bend, so I guess that is part of like a boot cut, which is why this is a different color from that, I'm assuming. Her leg does go forward. She has double jointed knees, which are always a plus. The ankle rocker is really nice. It does bend out relatively far and in relatively far. The toe can bend up like that, which is good. Her leg does go back maybe about this much. So you can get a little bit of a kick if you wanted to, but it doesn't go back too far. And her legs do go out all the way, so you could make her do the splits if you wanted to. And what else did I miss so far? Yeah. And other than that, she has some pretty decent articulation. I did notice as well, there is some shading. I don't know if the camera's really catching it, but there is some shading along her clothes. There's like a blue shading similar to her hair, and it's just in different spots on her clothes right here. And yeah, just the extra detail of shading, I like it. So that's always a plus. But the articulation in this figure is good. It's not really flimsy. Maybe on the wrist pegs, they do come out sometimes, but I did push them in pretty good. And yeah, she's doing pretty good. The articulation is nice, and yeah, overall, this is a pretty good figure. I'm excited. And for size comparison, here's Storm next to the Marvel Legends Iceman, and both of them do look really good together. You can see Iceman is a little bit taller than Storm, which would probably make sense. I assume that he would be definitely a little bit taller than her. The body proportions look good. You can see that the male body ratio to female does fit well for both of them. And here she is next to the Mafex Storm, and I don't know why, I'm just really giddy right now. Like, I'm excited that Mafex is continuously making these banger after banger figures. They're just amazing. Like, looking at Catwoman next to Storm, I know it's DC and Marvel, but they just look amazing together. And I know I'm not getting the best lighting right now, and it's just because the Storm figure is a white outfit with the white background, so I do have to dim the video a little bit more so it can look better. But wow, these two together are amazing. I feel like you could do some sort of matchup mesh with both of them on a display stand, but yeah, they look great together. I'm really excited about this. And lastly, here she is next to Mafex Huntress, and once again, these two look amazing together. I know it's DC and Marvel, but man, I almost want to have a display case where I have some of my DC characters going against the X-Men or something like that, but I don't know, the sky's the limit really with what you want to do with the setup. But man, these two look great together. I am just more and more in love with Mafex. Yeah, these go together well. So my final opinion after opening this figure up, going into details, articulation, is overall I am satisfied. Mafex made a 9 out of 10 figure. I mean, the only thing that I could say is wrong with this figure, and it's not even anything wrong, is that basically the wrist pegs are a little bit weaker, but I don't even know if I should even count that at all. This figure is amazing. I think it definitely is a must buy if you're an X-Men fan. If you're a Storm fan, it's definitely a buy. This figure has great articulation. The paint apps are amazing. It's not sloppy. This figure just has, I don't even know what else to really say about it. It's just a great figure overall. Everything about it feels good. It doesn't feel cheap. Feels like there's going to be longevity to it with the joints. Nothing feels like it's going to get loose. And overall, it's just a fun figure. But I appreciate you all. Thank you for checking out my channel. I'm going to be doing the Mr. Freeze review next by Mezco, so please stay tuned for that one. If you have any type of figure reviews that you would like for me to check out, let me know. I would love to review it for you all, as this is so fun. I'm really excited to do this and continue doing it for you all for many years to come. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy this. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you, everybody. See you later.